Ben, what's the latest with Games Workshop and the Adeptus Custodes?
Yeah, so over the last weekend and going into this weekend as well, released today, well, on pre-orders anyway, there's going to be a whole bunch of Adeptus Custodes miniatures that came out. These were led by a couple of sort of troop-based and elite-based releases last week, which included Captain General Trajan Valoris, who is kind of the forward-thinking man at the head of the Adeptus Custodes. He's leading them off Terra to go and hunt down Xenos and traitors and stuff beyond the realms of their planet. But as well as that, you also get the set of Alaris Custodians. These are sort of like the elite Terminators that you get in the Adeptus Custodes army. And the set itself can also be broken up to create a whole bunch of characters as well. So you can have the standard bearer, which is the Velixus Praetor, or you can have the sort of shield captain, which is kind of like a lower level HQ choice that you can use with the Adeptus Custodes. And then this weekend also sees the release of some new stuff onto pre-order as well. So you'll have the Virtus Praetor, which are their jet bikes that you can see there. These are kind of a little bit of a mix between a whole bunch of different sort of tactics on the battlefield. They can be used to hunt down vehicles. They can even hunt down flyers, which is pretty interesting. Or also, of course, you can use them to sort of charge into the enemy with their lances and sort of blow them away in close combat. But then you also have the Custodian Wardens. And the Custodian Wardens are kind of the ancient and most revered of the Adeptus Custodes. They've been sort of hanging around on Terra for a very long time, and they are practiced in all forms of battle as well, and they can be used as sort of like a troop elite choice, but also can be used to create HQ choices as well, which is kind of what they were doing with the Alaris Praetors as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Now, I've got a bit of a question for the community, because John's been playing about a little bit with some stuff in the studio. Now, we have some of the Adeptus stuff in, so I want to focus. We're not going to delve in too much to the Codex or the box at the minute, but I want to focus on one thing in particular, because these guys are obviously gorgeous, right? You know, well, I mean, they're very regal, they're very royal, they're very gold, right? I absolutely love the art for them. Let me skip forward here. Like, just look at that stuff. It's absolutely stunning. But
I want that as a poster.
Yes, you'd love a big like interior of that, wouldn't you? But what I'd like to focus on for a second is the actual in-depth details of the armor and the gold and the look of these guys, because it's very particular and it's very soft. I'm going to skip forward a little bit further. So it's this kind of real white gold. It's not abrasive. It's not kind of like, what's the word I'm looking for?
Garish.
Yeah, it's kind of soft. It's kind of nice. And I'll skip.
Also, I've changed my mind. I want that as a poster.
So let me zoom in close here, show you guys. Here's some from the book of those bikes. They are absolutely wonderful. Now, we have a box of them here. And on the back, I'm going to show off the painting that they've described. So they recommend for the armor, you got Retribution armor for the base, then you got Reichland Reichland Fresh Shade for the shade, then a layer of Auric armor gold, and then another layer of Stormhole silver. And that's to look at doing the armor, which really isn't that bad. They look fantastic, and that's not a lot of steps to do it in. But so this is what they look like. Yeah. When they're built, and my goodness, they're gorgeous. What do you guys think? Actually, I think these are absolutely gorgeous.
Crammed, full of detail.
Oh, absolutely.
It's a brilliant model. I really like how they've kept with the big blocky jet bike designs.
Yes.
We first saw, was it a Ravenwing Captain years ago?
Yeah, it was one of the Dark Angels.
Not Ravenwing, yeah, you're right.
No.
Yeah, Ravenwing's part of Dark Angels.
Part of Dark Angels.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry, I got mixed up.
No, you're good. You're good.
But they've actually changed it slightly, so it's less prow ram heavy.
Yeah.
One of the Imperial ships. I do accept these very easily for the fact that narratively it would make sense that these guys would still have jetpacks, because these guys, if I understand the fluff correctly, wouldn't have been out fighting wars, losing, ancient venerable machines the whole time. So they would have stockpiles and stores of things to actually come out and actually field them fully as a proper force.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So in terms of the painting, right? So ever the guy wanting the shortcuts?
Yeah.
John, not me, I mean, but John has been experimenting. I don't know how he finds time. He's been doing the Prussian, the Imperial Guard. He's been doing his own personal projects as well. He's been building secret projects that I don't think have been fully shared with the community yet. Have you shared that with the community yet?
Is that the
you and John's project?
What?
Oh, that
what thing?
No. That has
I
been
don't know
mentioned,
this.
Well, has
but
it?
not shown off
So
yet. It'll
he's
be
working
like
on it.
halfway through this year.
Is a Fallout armor project.
Yeah.
That,
myself
so
and John are building two
I don't know
full
how
sets of T60 power armor.
I don't know how John finds the time, but what he has also been doing is he's been experimenting with airbrush painting with, let me bring them in here, these. These are, it's the Green Stuff World Color Shift paint sets.
So it's flip paint.
Yeah. So we've actually got 2 of them here. And I want to show off this one for just a second. Now this is burning gold. And this is what was used for this little experiment that John did. And my word, we see whether the light catches this. This was zenithed and then simply straight from an airbrush with obviously thinner, sprayed straight on. And I think it looks gorgeous, but it looks a little gold, a little on that garish side, a little too... Well, they do another color, right? So that was, let me open this up here. That's burning gold, but they also do in their second set, so they do a mythic gold. Mystic, sorry. So here's the box. So there's your burning gold. Yellow.
I would rather have the red shift to it than that green.
Yeah, you would go rather than this one?
Yeah, I would rather have that red shift.
So let me see if let me grab the other one out here.
Yeah.
I can see what you mean. The red shift does fit more with their color scheme.
Yeah.
I think this one, so this is the Mystic Gold, I think straight out of an airbrush would give you super, super quick, awesome shading on those bikes.
It's a far lighter shade of gold.
Yeah, I'm curious because this was the first experiment that John did, but I think we've got to get him to test maybe one, if not both of these. What do you think?
Maybe. You're
not sure.
I want to see both of them. I want to see how they both look.
I'm kind of set on the burning gold. I think that nice deep redness to it. You can highlight that up a little bit with just a smidge of silver along edge highlight.
Kill a little bit the dark a little and just bring the lightness out of it.
Yeah, instead of adding the other one which has more of a green tinge to when the light's shifting across it, which I think might look a little unnatural.
And what do you think about the color shift paints in general?
I like the idea. This is something Warren talked about years ago.
Yeah.
He wanted to do like a beetle carapace on Space Marines.
Yeah.
So if there's one in that set that could do that, so...
Oh god, yeah, hold on, let me bring them back out here.
So it would go from like a really dark purple through a lighter shift of red.
Oh, a lighter,
and maybe in the other set. There it is.
This kind of toxic purple you're thinking
Toxic purple would probably be the exact one you would want. That or the one above it.
I would have loved these for my lizard men, actually.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for
that'd
scales.
be amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, from what I've seen of these so far, I was completely blown away. Absolutely gorgeous, and I think I'm always looking for ways to. And I'm going to have to get in and try the airbrush a little bit at some point.
The one bit of advice I'll give you for an airbrush: be damn sure you clean it out well when you're done.
Bad. You certainly got a man with history there.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah. There's a reason I bought a Sonic cleaner.
Sonic cleaner.
Yeah.
I kind of want to buy a Sonic cleaner. Just
it's Sega branded.
Cool. But yeah, I think we'll have a little delve in. I'm going to try and see what I can ask John to do with these. There's bound to be something we can do to make these look awesome. The other thing is, if we don't, we might have to look at bringing them into... They're very Astral Nighty. I think if Warren hasn't seen these yet. He doesn't know they're in here. And I think once he finds out, he's going to be like, what can I do to make them Warrenized? So possibly a project. We'll maybe have to hide them. We'll maybe have to
bring in a sort of secondary detachment.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's nothing to stop you doing it if you were a Space Marine player and you wanted to bring in a few of these.
100%.
Just get enough for a small detachment.
They look great. They really do.
Yeah, they really do.